Okay, it's my time for dinner and I want to have dinner with you. Are we on a date? Are we on a date? Okay. One of the things that I realized that I don't think I've talked about ever on my channel is how, like, my life before real estate, my life before living in Vegas, how I got into real estate and all those fun things. I'm gonna tell you my story so you know my story and about me. And we're gonna make some chicken shawarma. Full disclosure, I've never made chicken shawarma before, and some Lebanese rice. I personally, so something that like I recently did was cut back a ton of expenses, and I had a really bad habit of eating out a lot. Like, but I'm not talking eating out like getting fast food. Like when I eat out, like I'm gonna go sit down to a restaurant, eat the most expensive meal. I don't care like what the price is. I like good food. Like, so I was eating out a lot, not like fast food, like 20 bucks a day. I was eating out a lot, like 60 bucks a day, like 80 bucks, like not 80, like anywhere from 40 to 60 bucks a day, because I like good food, and I was eating a nice lunch and a nice dinner. I like to go out too. I've actually never made this before, so I have a recipe right next to me on the phone. Hold on, let me get my spices together, because I realize I don't want to talk and mess this up. Because not always, but I used to do this a lot. I used to mess up my like spice amount because I was like not paying attention. So let me pay attention. I feel great about my marinade right here. It smells super, super good. And now comes my like least favorite part of cooking, and that's dealing with the raw meat. So I'm just gonna cut it, make it even, and then wash it. Pat it dry like a little baby, and then get my marinade onto my chicken and let it sit. Okay, the sun has set. It's a little bit later now. I got my rice cooking and I cleaned everything. It's honestly a little bit much to be making this meal while filming and also making reels too, but that's okay. So I'm gonna take a break for like 5 minutes and then start on actually searing the chicken. I wanted to tell you, outside of, so obviously you know what I do for work. I sell properties. Outside of that, I would say that I'm at, like, some of my interests include like filmmaking at a high level. Like, I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned, but I actually do social media management outside of like my own accounts and outside of real estate. It's just another little form of income I have, a little revenue, and I don't really have too many clients. I just do it for other agents in the city and post on there sometimes just for them. Like, we have like, it's like on a contract. So I really, really, really like social media. Like, if I wasn't in real estate and I was, I don't know, doing like cooking for a living, I would probably be on social media anyways, and I just think it's super fun and I love it. Other interests of mine include like makeup. Fun fact, I have like my decades planned out in my mind, right? So like the first decade of my life, from like my 20s, I wanted to be about real estate, and then whenever I either get out of real estate or like get a business partner or sell my business, or even if I feel like I've like built it up enough that I can take on another venture, I really want to, I intend to open up a beauty salon. Fun fact, I really, really like women's beauty and wellness, and I intend for the beauty salon to be nails, hair, and obviously all that stuff, lashes too, in addition to just like I don't really know, obviously I have like 8 years to figure it out, but just like a place for women to like hang out and be themselves, and like very like spa-esque. So I am always keeping that in the back of my mind, and whenever I have downtime or I just like don't want to be talking about real estate, I am like doing my makeup for fun or watching YouTube videos about makeup, or like I'll go to Ulta and just like walk around and see the new products. I also really, really, really like my nails. Like, I love getting my nails done. I actually almost went to school to become a nail technician, and who knows, in the future I might do that. It's only like 2 years, I think. And the reason I'm telling you like more about me and stuff is honestly because I love posting my real estate videos, my moving to Las Vegas videos, but I'm definitely going to start adding more of like my personal life and my other interests to my channel. So don't be surprised if you see like a makeup tutorial coming out. This right here is cooking. I love cooking so much, and I just want to make my community grow because it's kind of picking up rapidly, and I like to showcase my entire personality. And sometimes I get tired of real estate, to be honest with you. I'm talking about houses all day. Hope you're liking our little date so far. I'm like talking about myself so much. I'm gonna start on the chicken now. Wow, okay, I started eating because I was so hungry. This is so delicious. I'm just gonna enjoy this dinner right now, and I'm just trying to flex my food on you right now.
I saw it, your Lebanese rice and your shawarma.
Okay, apron's off. My friend called me, chatted, ate my dinner. Feels so good, feel so happy. My tummy's full, my heart is happy. Okay, it's the next day, and hold on, I'm gonna take this jacket off. My arms are so sore from the gym. Okay, it's the next morning, and I realized I literally was like, I'm gonna tell you guys all about me and my life and how I got into real estate, and I just didn't do that. Like, I just cooked. So I just got breakfast from Chick-fil-A. It's the Monday after, and my breakfast order, I don't think I've had this before. I got a large bowl of fruit for a little snacky later, and then the chicken and egg whites, like the healthy breakfast. Let's give it a go. I'm actually very happy with this. This is so much protein as well. Wow, I'm so happy. Anyways, I'm just gonna tell you who I am, what I've been up to, how I got into real estate, because I said that, and I hate when YouTubers, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. So basically, I got into real estate because I literally was looking up what businesses you can start with like the least amount of money, and I was in a place in my life where like I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur or a business owner or something like that. I just like didn't really know where, like what, you know what I mean? I knew I had the itch to be a business owner, and I wanted to try it and see what it was like. I didn't know if it was going to be selling real estate, if it was going to be selling bracelets, if it was going to be doing a service-based business. Previously, I used to be an event planner. Actually, I did a bunch of events and weddings up and down Southern California. So part of me was also like, oh, I can just, run an events business, be an event planner, and be self-employed that way. Because a lot of people, that's like a, lucrative thing. It's obviously it takes a lot of time, that business, but it is pretty lucrative if you like do it at a high-end level. It was amidst the pandemic, and so, a lot was unknown. Everyone was like kind of moving around. That's when like everyone was like, oh, I lost my job, I moved here, I moved there, we're not getting engaged anymore, we are getting married, like stuff like that. Everyone was literally like switching up their whole lives, right? My life also switched up, like clearly in the best way possible. I had been in online college since pre-pandemic, okay? I was on it before it was a trend. I was in online school pre-pandemic, meaning I went to Arizona State University online, which is like a whole other division of the university that was already established, already had everything good to go. There weren't no like, it wasn't Zoom university. It was like actual, like basically almost like take-home curriculum. The professors would be like, this is the work for the week, get it done, turn it on Friday. Like it was very like self-paced, which I loved that. While I was at ASU online for a couple years, 3 years actually, I was about to graduate. I was working at a law firm in Washington, D.C. as an assistant, and I ended up in D.C., one, because my father took a job there, two, because we thought it would be a really good match, because I, at one point in my senior year, wanted to get into politics, government, something along those lines. That was a big interest of mine. Literally loved my work, all of my coworkers. My boss was amazing. She was literally like a personal mentor to me. I feel like to this day, I always think of her, and I hope she thinks of me, and I'm sure she does. Unfortunately, I lost the law firm job in the pandemic, and long story short, my sister was living here in Vegas, and my family was like, yo, what are we gonna do? Where are we gonna go? My dad was like, Christina and my brother, like, you guys are more than welcome to stay here. You guys have good jobs, if you stay here, you're just gonna have to like, do it properly, take over the lease, because we were renting at that time. Tell a landlord there should be no problem, because we like qualified for it. And so my brother were like, like we really like it here, we like the lives we're living, maybe we'll stay here. But this was like beginning of pandemic, so not beginning of like shutdown, so it was like this whole moving thing wasn't gonna happen for like 3 more months. So it was like, hey, like let's start talking about it. And it was that part of the pandemic where like it was like every 2 weeks it was like a new update, right? And so me and my brother were like, we'll probably stay here, like it's probably gonna open in like a month, 2 months, it's not a big deal, that sounds good, we'll just take over the lease, we afford it, everything like that. If we have to get a room, we will. Well, the other option was my dad was like, if not, like I'm leaving, because he was moving somewhere else at the time. I'm leaving. If you guys leave too and go like live with your sister in Vegas, I'll help you, like I'll break the lease, I'll take those the fees for whatever. So we had obviously a couple options, and long story short, I ended up in Vegas, and then I was sitting with an X amount of like money on me. Like my savings basically were, because I was paying out of pocket for college, and I didn't have any assistance, and it was all cash. And I was able to do this because I like invested really well and saved very well.